Well, the next round of rain is on the way tonight and tomorrow. There's the chance of some thunderstorms that could produce some heavier rainfall amounts. The weekend still looks dry, and then we'll break down some of the thunder chances next week. So we are still waiting on our first 90-degree reading in the Twin Cities. It's pretty incredible. We did hit 89 on June 16th, close, but this is gonna be the latest in at least a decade. And we're probably gonna go past this July 6th date, which would then be the latest, potentially in 31 years. You gotta go back to 1993. That was the only summer we've ever had on record without any 90s. I don't think we'll do that, but it's going to be late this year. In June so far, running almost average, slightly above average, and these final days might push us just 1/10 of a degree below average, which is still the modern average, which is above the historic average. But because it's been such a wet month, we've just had less sunshine. It's not because of any cold air. Highs today in the upper 70s. Clouds are already increasing out there. And we are in for a stretch of some cooler days below normal, mostly in the 70s right through Monday. And that's, again, largely due to the fact that we're going to have some rain chances here, except for Saturday and Sunday. But we do have rain already, a swath of it off to the west in the Dakotas, pushing already into far western Minnesota. That will spread east. I think we stay dry during the daylight hours, but overnight we'll start to see some showers. We're going to see basically 2 rounds of showers, late tonight into early tomorrow morning. A midday break, maybe some peaks of sun, which will help destabilize the atmosphere because as this cold front comes through, that'll touch off some thunderstorms in the mid to late afternoon hours. And those thunderstorms, we're worried about the potential for some heavier rainfall amounts. There's also a slight risk of some severe storms, but if you've been following along, Storm Prediction Center and National Weather Service haven't been doing too great with severe weather forecasts. So there is the chance, though, that a couple storms could turn strong. We do have just enough energy here ahead of that front tomorrow that a couple storms could turn strong. The main threats would be some damaging wind gusts or some large hail. Supercell index isn't necessarily crazy off the charts, more so into Iowa potentially. And again, with a cool front, generally our storms kind of keep moving fast and don't tend to develop into a big outbreak of storms, at least in this setup that we have for tomorrow. Now, when we look at the average of the models, mostly about 1 inch or so of rainfall, but that would be enough landing in the wrong spots to keep rivers high. So that's what we're going to watch. And some of the models, including the high resolution rapid refresh model, are hinting at some locally heavier amounts depending upon where these thunderstorms set up tomorrow. So that's what we're going to watch, because if we get some storms that dump 1-2 inches of rain, that could be a problem because you look at all these river gauges, most of them are in some form of flood stage. Purple is the major flood stage on the Minnesota, Mississippi rivers, but a lot of rivers are in that moderate flood stage too. We're still looking at some cooler air behind the system Saturday, Sunday, just low to mid 70s, which is about 5 to 10 degrees below normal, but then rebounding to normal temperatures, it looks like most of next week, which should put us in the low 80s here for the first week of July already. Saturday, though, yeah, just low to mid 70s, 60s only for highs in northern and northwestern Minnesota. We should see a fair amount of sun. I think it'll be more of an even mix of clouds and sun on Saturday, brighter on Sunday, and then Monday should be dry most of the day, but then we're looking at the next chance of those storms developing Monday night. There's the potential for some strong storms or heavy rainfall. Might see some lingering activity early Tuesday. Wednesday looks dry at this point. And we could have a couple of spotty storms 4th of July, but that is a week out, so we'll keep our eye on that. But it doesn't look like a deluge of moisture next week. At least we are into a pattern of less frequent rainfall chances with some dry days in between, which is very helpful.